Am I screaming woo? Because it's cold out here. Facebook, go find my people for this Saturday morning meeting and drop them on in here. And boom. What's up, Steven and Dylan? Nice to see you. Lisa Bunch Myers. Hope you guys are having a great morning. We're going to hold the Saturday morning meeting because that's right, it's Saturday. And I'm ready to sell some cars, even though it's freezing here all across the country. I've seen it, snow everywhere. It's 40 degrees here, man. Look at this, man. I got a winter coat on. I feel like it's cold here in Florida. Let's just say that. How about that? Scott Simons, nice to see you. Francisco, Thomas Thatcher, what's up? Tom Socks. We're going to go back here and hold our meeting. Corey Sims, Walter Lee. What's up, Wally Whips? All right, Brian Stanton. We're going to have a great Saturday morning meeting, and what we're going to talk about today is leadership. I've had a lot of questions in the industry about leadership, management, leadership. I've had a lot of managers reach out to me lately, wanting some tips and help on what a salesman thinks on how to be a better manager, so they can be better managers for their employees, and I love that. Thank you very much, by the way, for reaching out and wanting to get better. I want to talk to everybody about Sales Hustler Spotlight. Don't forget, next Tuesday at 5:30, we got a great guy on there next week. We got Brandon Davis, the Swiss Army knife of the car business, I call him. He's good at everything, but he's really good at social media. He's really good with getting his followers. So I can't wait to bring him to you, bring him right into your phone next Tuesday at 5:30. Also, don't forget, all you people that are new to my page, Sales Hustlers Facebook group, the best Facebook group all across Facebook. It has the most engagement. People are going nuts over there, man. I'm telling you, people are going out on a limb, creating videos that never did videos, trying new things, getting great feedback. Every post has such engagement. I love all you hustlers. You're all doing amazing stuff. We are changing the industry. Yes, we are. We are changing it. One salesman at a time. I love it. But what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about leadership. And we're going to talk about the difference between leaders and managers. Is there a difference? I know a lot of people think they get a title, they're all of a sudden a leader. No, that made you a manager. There's managers and there's leaders. What is the difference? How can a manager get better at being a leader? Does having a title mean you're a manager? Or mean you're a leader? No. In fact, there's a lot of leaders out there that do not have titles. If you look at football teams, okay, there's leaders on the field. There's coaches that are leaders. You do not have to be a manager to be a leader. But for those that are managers, this industry needs more leaders. We don't need more managers. Just like you don't need more 5-car Freds, we don't need more managers that aren't leaders. Shawn Hayes here, your car guy, Hyundai of St Augustine. It's Saturday. What's that mean? That means it's time for the Saturday morning meeting. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about leadership. And we're going to talk about the value of leadership in a dealership, in a business. How important is it to have leaders in place that can grow your business, grow your employees, and make more money? Well, guys, I think a team, I think a leader, a dealership, I think a business is only as good as their leadership. I really do. I think you can fail or succeed by who you have in place to lead your organization. Sometimes we make wrong decisions. Sometimes we have the wrong people in place. And sometimes those leaders or those managers just need the right coaching, just need the right culture to grow. So what do I think makes a great manager? You know, I've had a lot of managers reach out to me lately, and I appreciate that. You know why I like that? Because that makes me feel like you want to be better. You want to help your organization. You just maybe don't know how. So I appreciate that you've reached out, and I came out with a video here of my 8 tips on how to become a great leader. What makes one? Well, I'm going to tell you. Number 1, lead from the front. You got to lead by example. There's this great picture that I've seen where it's 3 guys pulling like a sleigh with a desk on it and a manager sitting behind it. He's sitting at the desk. And then that same picture has below it where that same guy got off the desk and went out front and pulled with the other people. That is what a leader does. A leader leads by example. A leader pulls from the front, doesn't bark orders to people. You will motivate your staff. You will inspire your staff if they know that you will get down and dirty and go out there with them. You want to move the lot around? Go out there with them and move the lot around. You want to inspire them to do great things? You go out there with them. I'm going to tell you what, the difference between a manager and a leader, this is number one. They need to know that you'll do it too. They need to know that you'll go down and do the exact same thing that you're barking orders at them to do. I'm telling you, that is key. It's the difference, number one reason I think between managers and leaders. Number one, lead from the front. Number two, check your ego at the door. All right? We don't need the big ego-driven guys. I know you are a great salesman. I know you're in a manager position now, but your ego gets in the way of growing your company. It gets in the way of you growing your salespeople, okay? Having this ego, inflated ego for no reason, sometimes it's for no reason. Some of you guys didn't sell nothing, okay? You were just promoted because you were promoted. But even if you did, if you want to inspire and lead people, you have to check your ego at the door. You have to listen to other people. You have to let them create their ideas and listen to them. You know, you could get a great idea from everybody. You know, I'm just a salesman. Okay, I might have more than a salesman's mind, and I might have more than a salesman's ability, but I'm just a salesman. If you did not listen to my ideas just because of that, okay, I think you're missing the boat. And there's a lot of people probably in your organization that have great ideas and great inspiration, but your ego is so big that you won't listen to them. You won't open your mind to other people having great ideas as well. And I think number two reason or way to become a better leader is to check your ego at the door. Going out and trying to TO somebody with that big ego, inflated ego you have. You know, relationships are built on people conversating and interacting. You don't just go out there with that inflated ego and push people into things. Check your ego at the door. Number three, get to know your people. Get to know your people. Build relationships. All right? I told you many, many times, the key to life and the key to sales is building relationships. That's it. That's it. And a lot of times, you don't know your people. You don't know what inspires them. You're trying to inspire them, but you don't know them. You don't know what makes them tick. You don't know what their goals are. You don't know how, getting to know somebody. How do you motivate? Is everybody motivated by the same thing? No. Okay, that's why great coaches, the Hall of Fame coaches, they know some people need kicked in the butt. They know some people need patted on the back. They need some people that need to be consulted. Everybody has something different, but you don't know your people well enough to know that. You have to lead by knowing your people, building relationships. I'm not saying you have to be friends with them. I'm not saying you have to go out and have beers. In fact, I don't think that's probably proper. But at the end of the day, you have to have relationships with them and know what makes that person tick. That is what builds relationships and builds companies. It's valuing your employee. You know what I'm saying? Valuing what they have to say, valuing who they are, getting to know them. So number three, get to know your people. Build relationships within your organization. Number four, you got to be a floor general. Okay? Early and often TOs. Man, sitting at the desk does nothing, guys. That's lazy managing, and you know it. Okay? Waiting for people to make you money. All right? Get your butt up. Go talk to these customers. Okay? I get a customer, you should be all over them. Like, hey, man, I'm glad you came in. Thank you very much. Early TOs, often TOs. That is what's going to grow your business. That's what's going to explode your numbers through the roof. Okay? If you just sit at your desk and you expect every employee, every salesperson to guide them down the sales process, you're only costing yourself money. I promise you, managers, you get paid on how much is sold, but yet you're sitting at your desk not cultivating relationships with these customers. Get involved. Understand who they are. Do you know how powerful it is for a manager to come out and greet a customer and say, hey, man, thank you for coming in today. We appreciate you early. Okay? Hey, can I get you something to drink? I see you're with Shawn right now, man. He's one of the best we have. He's going to show you that car. If you have any needs or any concerns, please ask for me. My name's blah, blah, blah. Do you know how powerful that is? And then later after they drive, hey, how did you like the drive? Man, I'm so glad you came in today. We're going to get you all the numbers before you leave here today, okay? This is what explodes businesses, I think. I think interaction by the managers. I think early TOs by the managers. And then when you come in and try to close somebody that it was unclosable, you already have that relationship started. You know what type of customer it is. You know what you need to do to talk to them to close the deal. I'm telling you, this is important. Get out of your seats. Quit being lazy and waiting for the salesman to make your money. Go out and make your own. Number 5, cultivate a successful culture. Culture's important. I probably should have made this number 1. I think culture is the number 1 way to grow your organization and grow leadership in your organization. You know, creating animosity, building animosity, hoping one department is against the other department, not wanting everybody to succeed, being against other people, having egos and worrying about if this person said this person, okay, letting negativity build up in your dealership, that's stupid. It's so stupid, and it happens all the time, okay? We are supposed to create a culture that people want to work at. If you change your mindset and build your dealership through a great culture and the salesman or the salesperson being happy to work, being excited to go to work, imagine how excited your customers are going to be to come there today. I'm telling you, we are thinking wrong. You're cultivating a negative relationships in your dealerships, and you're only hurting your bottom line. I don't get it. We need to cultivate growth. We need to cultivate good, excitement to come to work. That is in turn going to make your sales go through the roof, I'm telling you. Cultivate a successful culture. Next, coach. Do not bark. You get what I'm saying? Let your people be heard. Do not sit behind the desk and bark at them. Coach them. Teach them. We need teachers. We need coaches. We don't need managers. Okay? People have great ideas. Hear them. Let them be heard. You know, sometimes all they need is for them to get their point across to you. You don't even have to agree to it. You don't have to agree to it. Maybe it's not best for your business practices, and I get it. But to shut that person out and to bark at them and to be negative to them and to yell at them, what does that solve? What does that create? It creates animosity. It creates jealousy. It creates all the things that are negative stereotypes in the car business. We've had this forever. It's not working. Change it up. Listen to somebody. Listen to their side of it. You might not agree, but it's okay. They got what they wanted off their chest. They got to be heard. You know, with you smushing them down and keeping them in their place and making them feel lower than they need to be, that doesn't bring a great working relationship. That's not what a leader would do. A leader listens. A leader hears. They might not agree, but at least you're heard. Next, keep it professional, not personal. I see this a lot in management. Okay, you get a certain attitude towards a salesperson. You get a certain attitude towards a certain customer. You get a certain just negative whatever. You don't want that person to succeed, or you like another person better. Okay, you're letting your personal feelings get involved with your business. Okay, stop it. Business is business. Personal is personal. Feeding that guy, feeding some loser at your dealership because you like him. What does that solve? Okay, why are you rewarding somebody that doesn't want to work? I don't get that. All right? I don't get that at all. Do not reward the people because you have a personal relationship with them. Okay? We need to keep things business related. We need to keep things strictly business and not personal. You let your personal feelings interact with your business, and it only brings animosity at your dealership. And that is not what a leader would do. All right, the last one. Be accountable for your failures. Whew. This is going to take a look in the mirror, y'all. Okay, this is going to take a look in the mirror. This is something that people have problems with in title positions. They're not accountable. They're not accountable. They don't hold people accountable. They don't want to be accountable. Okay, when somebody makes a mistake, they pass the buck. They say, oh yeah, that was that person's fault, to make yourself look better. How about raising the hand and say, I failed? How about saying, you know what, that was my fault. Okay, my team didn't succeed this month. That's my fault. My bad. Okay? Not, oh, Billy didn't work hard. Oh, Johnny, he didn't make any phone calls. How about you didn't inspire them to do that? How about you didn't do your job? You are the one that needs to be accountable. You're the one with the title, right? You're the one that's supposed to be the leader. How about taking the accountability and saying, I failed. My team didn't do the right job because I failed, not they did it. That doesn't happen very often, but that takes a straight leader. And that manager that does that, okay, they're going to grow. And growth is what it's about, right? Just because you made it to a manager, you're okay staying there? No, got to grow. We got to be better every day. You want your salespeople to grow, right? You want your salespeople to grow, you have to grow too. You can't stop growth. If you stop growth, you die. Okay? You get all the things that I just brought up. All the negative things that I just brought up. What happens is if you don't grow, you start taking those traits. Guys, I hope you have a great day. Today is Saturday. I want everybody to go out here and kill it today. All right? It is cold. It is rainy here. It's supposed to get down to the 40s. Okay? But that can't stop us. We have to go out and hit the phones. We got to do whatever we can to bring the traffic in. They're not going to come in voluntarily today. Do you understand? Salesmen, go kill it. Sales hustlers unite. Join the movement. Shawn Hayes here, your car guy, Hyundai of St. Augustine. I make car buying easy.